Despite reaching remission within 4 years after I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, I still found myself in despair and feeling hopeless. I was doing all the right things when it came to food and nutrition, adhering very strictly to the autoimmune paleo diet for months at a time, even losing the weight that I had gained because of my thyroid. Yet I kept finding myself getting emotionally uprooted, frustrated with every interaction. It wasn't until last year when my husband and I left the Bay Area and moved to Folsom, California. That's when I realized I was so laser focused on nailing down fixing my thyroid that I overlooked the one major culprit, facing my uncomfortable upbringing so that I could understand it, then detach from it, along with untying from the identities that imprisoned me. Hey, I'm Sharon, a nutritionist specializing in thyroid health. I help women with Hashimoto's and hypothyroidism reclaim their energy and live unhurried. In my journey, I learned it really wasn't about the nutrition aspect when it came to healing. It was more about detaching from imprisoned identities that were suppressing me from living and embodying who I really am, a freer version of myself. I was a walking textbook of all these labels: eldest daughter, perfectionism, overachiever, people pleaser, type A controller. Now I'm finally learning how to untie myself from all of those identities that was deeply tangled with my Hashimoto's thyroid disease. And over the years, I've observed this to be a common narrative for other women too. Women with Hashimoto's, but also carry the labels of being an eldest daughter, who also run on perfectionism and pleasing others, and also those who have a difficult time setting firm boundaries to protect themselves and honor their capacity and respect their own needs. After I hit remission, I expected to feel like myself again, only to realize I never knew a free version of myself even before my Hashimoto's diagnosis. So despite healthy labs, losing all the weight, I was still restless, still emotionally uprooted. It was as if something within was unresolved. I was so focused on the analytical aspects of healing, like hitting all the milestones like it was a checklist, walking 10,000 steps every day, making sure that I ate all the right foods at every meal, stressing about every meticulous ingredient, making sure that I lose the weight. Every time something went haywire, my nervous system would then again only get hijacked and I was back in square one. So because I was so focused on those aspects to healing that I'd forgotten what really needed shifting: my identity and self-worth. But there's no shame to not seeing it sooner, because now I realize it was just my nervous system operating in survival mode, constantly achieving and pursuing and seeking. My pursuit to achieve bled into my pursuit to heal, to seek something better and outside of myself. I thought that's what healing was supposed to look like. Not trusting myself, not listening to my own wisdom because I didn't know how to access it. But real healing required me to do something drastically different. I had to slow down. For the first time ever, I had to experience and nurture my emotions, all the waves of the uncomfortable highs and lows, and witness the parts of myself that I had been avoiding my entire life. So leaving my high-speed life of working in Apple corporate, living in Silicon Valley, and moving into Folsom, California was such a culture shock. Imagine being in that culture for 10 plus years to a very calm environment. My nervous system was wrecked. I guess looking back on it now, that was the breach into the real healing that I'm talking about. It forced me into stillness, but in that stillness, I finally saw the connection between my autoimmune journey and my deepest wounds, all my old scars. From being the eldest daughter of immigrant parents to feeling like I had to carry it all and struggling with self-worth, guilt, shame, and all the craziness in between. All of this was woven into my thyroid health. In all those years I've spent trying to fix my thyroid, I learned it really wasn't about trying to fix it at all. Rather, taking the authentic steps to truly understand my nervous system, my story, my identities, my immune system, because all of it is this one big, beautiful puzzle. I was realizing the biggest lever that was holding me back was my nervous system running on survival mode. And most importantly, the why behind it. Taking the time to dissect the why, writing every messy emotion that came with that journey, witnessing them, and then day by day, equipping myself with tools, resources, habits, and practices that helped my brain and my body rewire to run on renewed identities. The ones that shout, I am safe, I am grateful, I am strong, and I've triumphed. Those newfound identities can look like the daughter who can uphold firm and healthy boundaries, the wife who can keep her composure during marital arguments, the employee who can discern between speaking up versus letting go, the friend who can joyfully be there for others and support and serve others, instead of always having that behind the mind monkey chatter of self-preserving because she's too tired. You get the idea. If you're an eldest daughter or a woman who has spent most of your life running on fumes and putting others ahead of your own needs, feeling like you should be doing more, I want you to know you don't have to carry it all the time. Maybe now is your time to finally step into your stillness era and for once assess what you really need to truly rebound and to finally permit yourself to live aligned according to your values and live unhurried, to give your nervous system and your immune system a chance to back off and rest. I started Hopeful Thyroid because I wanted to share about this message for women who have thyroid disease. Healing is more than just achieving normal blood work or health goals. It's also about navigating your personal journey to reclaiming yourself and your life, to unlearning patterns that have been keeping you stuck, and finally giving yourself permission to slow down, to understand what it means to listen to your body and your own inner wisdom, because you and I both know that it's there to finally live aligned and unhurried. This year, I'm leaning way deeper into my self-worth, forgiveness, and into the truth that healing is never linear. And that sounds cliche, but it's the absolute truth. It's messy, it's nuanced, and it's deeply personal. So if you're ready to explore what healing can look like for you, not just for your thyroid, but for your life, this channel is for you. If this resonates with you, hit the like button and subscribe. In Hopeful Thyroid, I aim to share more practical strategies, mindset shifts, and real stories and conversations centered around thyroid health and nutrition. If you're on a thyroid healing journey, drop a comment and let me know what has been most challenging or joyful for you. I can't wait to connect with you all. Thank you.